Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurter. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 302.
The sexiest, the kindest, possibly the most gentle podcast on the network.
Could be.
We are gentle lovers.
We're definitely the goodest.
For sure. For sure the goodest. We're also the quicker picker-uppers.
Are we?
No.
I was going to say, if I drop something, a lot of times I look at it and go, how far over do I have to bend to pick this up? You know, then I make life choices.
I'm like, pretty sure that's an artifact now.
Yep. Is this something the dog or cat will eat? That's the first question. Because if yes, then you proceed directly to fuck it, you know.
Yes. There is that.
If it's something they shouldn't eat, like it could harm them or, you know, they won't eat, then, you know, it's like, does it have to be picked up now?
Right. Or can I leave this for future generations?
Can I kick it under the, you know, refrigerator or something?
Can I kick it? Yes, I can.
Right. You know, it's just the way life is, you know, you're constantly coming to forks in the road, you know?
It's true. And spoons and knives and norks.
Right.
Forks.
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
Various crumbs. Yeah.
All the crumbs.
Exactly.
Yes.
I always love it always pops in my head whenever when you come to a fork in the road, thing comes up, I remember reading a Yogi Berra book that was called "When You Come to a Fork in the Road, Take It." You know, and it's got him with his thumbs pointing both directions. You know,
That was a great quote.
yeah, it's a great book. It's just filled with like there's just tons of like, you know, yogi-isms in it, and you know, just a bunch of the crazy stuff he said over the years. It was a really fun read.
Right? I imagine he has all kinds of crazy.
Oh
shit to
yeah,
say.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The, what is it? Baseball is, 99% physical and the other half mental or something like that.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
those kind of.
His one famous quote, "It's the Jews." Everyone's like, "Yogi, Jesus."
No. They omitted that one. Wow. Huh. Got a lot, that took the third option in that fork.
I'll take the third time. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You just went straight. Forget right and left.
Ooh, Brian.
Yeah.
We're gonna come up with a new magazine, right?
Okay.
It's gonna be all about every month. It's about forks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna call it Time Life.
Oh God. That's terrible. Just showing like lifestyles with like forks. Like instead of pocket squares, someone's got like a fork in their pocket.
Yep. Right.
Or a pocket protector with a you know, a series of forks, you know, for salad, the main course, and scrimps.
Exactly. Dessert, scrimp fork,
Yeah, exactly.
pickle fork.
Right.
Are you in for this magazine?
Yes.
I see at least 2 successful issues.
There's one that's all about chefs. They just unroll instead of like a bag of knives. It's just various forks, you know.
Yeah. Like if Dexter used forks.
Well, you got to get that meat apart after you cook it, you know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Goddamn right.
That's how you do well, I mean, it's not technically pulled pork at that point, but you know, I mean, it kind of is, I guess. You pull with the fork.
It's forked pork.
Yeah, forked pork.
Which really needs to be on a menu somewhere.
Forked pork.
Forked pork.
It should for the rhyming, if nothing else. And
Yeah,
really, I mean, that's how, you know, that's
Most
how you
people
take it.
pull it.
Yeah, because most people aren't doing it with their hands. They just grab a couple of forks and get at it.
Unless you got those bear claw things.
Yeah. Just literal bear claws. Like your hands are bear claws.
Yes.
It seems cumbersome to take apart.
Cumbersome.
Thank you. I was so hoping as the word was coming out of my mouth, I was like, God, I hope Tony says that. All right.
It's your 7 Mary 3 drop for the evening.
For sure. Yeah. Everyone was hoping for it, you know?
Yeah.
It's the one square. It's the reason in Salty Language Bingo that no one ever wins is because the 7 Mary 3 drop is always one of the, you know, it's always included and no one ever gets it.
I don't have 7 Mary 3 on the soundboard, but I do have. It's pretty close.
No, it's not good enough.
No?
No. This is not graphic novice, Tony.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait, it's not?
Nope. All right. No. Wrong podcast.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
My mistake.
Right, Doc? No.
Fucking A right.
Oh, jeez. All right, so that was funny for like 3 people. But,
Yeah, whatever.
2 of them are us. Oh, wait, I guess my math's a little off. Either Nickel or Deep VF won't find that funny. Because I need the math to work out, so I'm right.
It's actually probably super depressing, and they're crying in the corner right now, thinking about the legacy that was Graphic Novice.
Probably true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, they peaked when they, you know, came on our show. So.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And obviously the best 2 episodes of their show are yours, and then the even better episode I was on. So,
well,
you know.
Obviously.
Just because I had a better source material.
This is very true.
It's not. What you guys read was good. It's just, it was a master's course is what it was. We did a community college episode. Y'all went for master's degrees.
Well, it's like, here's how I view my guest appearances on podcasts. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm just here to make dick jokes and witty one-liners.
True.
So, like, when we were on Shot of History, and I was actually expected to research things. Yeah. Yeah. It was me researching.
Yeah. Well, you know? you were also well plied with liquor. Or booze,
true.
Beer, I should say, whatever.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, both.
Speaking of, good idea.
There you go.
Yeah. Little Centennial action.
Nice.
IPAs to the face.
I should grab some all days. What am I doing? Sorry,
yeah,
all day since T's not here.
All day.
Or soundboard dev. So
soundboard dev, yeah.
Soundboard devery, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
No disrespect, men, of course.
So yeah, when I was going to be a guest on the Graphic Novice podcast, they're like, "Let's read this." I was like, "Yeah, sounds great." Until I saw how many pages it was.
Yeah,
and that was in my I downloaded it into my Kindle, and my Kindle weighed more.
I imagine. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have to hook up.
Uncanny.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have to hook up like an external hard drive.
For sure, maybe a generator.
Yeah, that fan you got in your basement. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's something, all right.
Yeah.
Definitely something.
Yep, I agree. All right, let's do some quick business here before we get into the show.
Well, shit, Brian. I'm all about the business.
All right. So obviously, the first business is the stuff we've been telling you for the last few weeks here. If you'd like to help the show out, we have a fanciful Patreon link over on saltylanguage.com. You can, there's different reward level things, like we're doing some like news article type recaps and stuff like we used to. We may do podcast pilot episodes and throw them in there and see what kind of reaction we get, that kind of stuff. So, or if you just want to help the show out in general and don't really care for our silly shenanigans as far as reward level stuff, just go to either way, go to patreon.com/saltylanguage or go to Salty Language and scroll to the bottom, click on the Patreon link, and then, if you can help us out, that'd be nice.
It'd be fucking sweet, man.
Yeah. We'd owe you tender hugs if we ever meet you.
Oh my God. So much tender hugs. Mm-hmm. Deep kisses even.
Depends on the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep sensual kisses.
Yeah, those cost more.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So, and then of course there's the Amazon link that if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, swing by our website first and then click on the Amazon link and then go buy everything Amazon offers.
Probably 2 of each.
Probably
just in case.
Smart. You got to have a backup.
Yeah. It's like Noah's Ark action. Yeah, treat it like that.
Exactly. And
2 of each.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and they chip off a little something for you boys. And then we can, I don't know, we can paint the house. I got nothing there. I don't know.
Paint, I guess.
Yeah, no.
Or we could just, pay the server fees.
Yeah, I guess that's a better use.
Yeah.
I was just going to buy some spray paint. We could, get some paper bags and spray paint and start huffing paint. But
Well, okay, you're right. We don't need server fees.
Yeah.
I definitely need a silver mustache, though.
I couldn't agree more.
Mad Max Fury. It'd be like my road out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Shiny and chrome! Yes, let's all be shiny and chrome.
Tony, are you doing something different with your beard? He's got the, spray paint all down the front of your beard a little bit there. No?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Goblin.
I combed it different today. Yeah, Goblin. Just hallucinating, of course.
Stop talking at me, Middle Earth.
Yeah. Or better yet, you're talking to like a snack machine or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Coworkers are walking by like, what the hell? Well, most of them.
Shut the fuck up, miniature Cracker Jack sailor.
Yeah.
You're behind glass, bitch, and I'm not buying you.
The other guy who does your job at the place might walk by you and be like, "Yep, been there," and just keep going.
Yep, and broken.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, there's 2 ways you can help the show out, and we greatly appreciate it. But if you can't do that, at least if you can retweet us or share a link with your friends, that's also greatly appreciated.
And, rate us, review us on iTunes, because the more people that do that, it pushes our show up into maybe some more visible tiers on the tunes of the eye.
Right. Oh, I see what you did there. Actually, right? Yeah. And, as always, we accept nudes also, because, lifts our spirits a little bit too. So,
Yeah, exactly. And up pants.
Yes.
Somebody had to say it.
Did they, though?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right.
That's all.
Yeah. That's all the business I got. You got any business?
Oh my! I know our 300th episode is done past.
Yeah.
We're in 302. But you can always still get a hold of us at 415-857-2589. Feel free to just leave us a random voicemail if you so desire. Mm-hmm. Maybe some heavy breathing. Maybe a shark attack caught on audio.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. We would definitely play that on the show.
Oh my God! If it was like, "Hey there, Salty Goes," oh God, my leg, and then maybe gurgling and then people in the background screaming.
Yeah, especially if you can get the shark on afterward.
Oh yes, post fight interview,
right, for the exclusive.
Shark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
There's Joe Rogan with him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That'd be weird seeing a gorilla interview a shark.
Yeah, right? Like, wow, what is sci-fi up to now?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm in.
Yeah, Jesus. That gorilla's wearing a really nice shirt.
Yeah, it's. Oh man, damn it!
That would be something, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. All right.
Everybody assumed you're gonna go for a leg bite,
but you went up top.
You went up top. No one saw that coming,
and he'll never see it coming again. Shark UFC.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, no ground game though.
No, it's all water.
Yep.
If it goes to the ground, you're bumming.
Yeah, be really odd.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all right. So I think that's all the business, right? Any more?
I believe so.
We'll give you the other ways you can contact us at the end of the show, like
usual. Oh, you know what we didn't do, Brian?
Oh my God, what?
I'm Tony.
Yeah, you are. You just call me Brian, so I don't think I have to introduce myself.
I think people can figure this shit out.
Probably. Maybe.
Yes.
You never know.
Maybe. Probably not.
Mm. They always tell you in anything you do, the old KISS mentality, sell everything. Oh, I mean, keep it simple,
for sure.
stupid.
Kiss the coffin.
Yeah.
Kiss the flamethrower.
Kids love these. Yeah. Not quite. Although, it wouldn't shock me if there's, a KISS flamethrower out there somewhere.
There is.
Yeah. If nothing else, it's the one they use at their concerts, for
there's
the
that.
pyros.
I was thinking it's, Gene Simmons' infected penis.
Oh my. Ugh. Yeah, that's something I don't think most people want to buy.
Yeah, no one wants a hot clap load.
Hot clap load. That's getting written down.
I'm just saying.
Oh my. We haven't even started the show yet, Tony. What are you doing?
What? We're not recording this shit?
Oh no, we're recording, but we're still in the business.
Perfect. We're good then.
We're in the business segment.
Well, this is how I conduct my business meetings.
Oh, I was like, this is where all the sponsors listen,
Perfect. You know what they're in for.
Yeah. Two guys who clearly need to be in rehab programs.
Definitely.
For something. I don't know.
I think I would like a sponsorship.
Yeah? Just like a life coach kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
We always joked about like a beer sponsor or something, which would be fun because we do enjoy the beers.
Mm-hmm. Get at us, PBR.
What would be what's that?
I said get at us, PBR.
Yeah, right. How about the hams? What?
Yeah. We'll be talking. Well, there's a little beer talk coming up later, though, too.
Baltica, piss off.
I mean, if they sponsored us.
Right, but then, I don't want that Putin liquid all over you. Unless he delivers it.
Okay.
Shirtless on a horse.
Even if the word Putin wasn't directly related to a person, just that phrase sounds terrifying. Like Putin liquid just doesn't sound like something you want. It sounds like shark remnants.
Yeah, very true.
It just sounds no bueno, sir.
Like man, I had this massive spinach salad, and now it's just Putin liquid.
Exactly.
So much Putin liquid.
Oh boy, yeah.
All right, good call. It's right out.
Yeah. So if you're from the Putin Liquid Brewery, sorry, we will not endorse your company unless the money's right.
What do you think would be an ideal sponsor for Salty Language? Besides a beer company.
Besides beer?
Well, besides booze in general.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say because bourbon exists still, so yeah.
Right.
And, old Rusty Sailor bourbon would probably be fine, That's a good question. I don't know.
Right? Exactly. We talk about so much oddball shit. Mm-hmm. That's we don't have one specific thing we always talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe like a driveway salt company. That's too easy.
A driveway salt company. That'd be great.
Now, salty language brand de-icer.
Is your driveway as salty as these guys? If not, it should be.
Yeah, if not, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. It's just you and I at one point where we do the old, like, point at the camera and we're like, you should get this product. And then it shows us, like, we don't actually have the product in our hands, but we're mimicking in front of a green screen that we're, like, pouring it on the driveway.
Oh, wait, no. We need an on-location shoot, because here's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
There's some, like, old guy with a walker, tennis balls and everything.
Okay.
And he just fucking eats it. Right?
Yeah.
And then we just run out and just point laugh. What an asshole! You should be using salty language brand de-icer. Then he's just like, I am. And he's writhing, you know?
We pour it on another driveway and his neighbor just walks across it no problem. And then
Exactly.
he just starts pointing and laughing at him.
What do you think of that, dick?
Call 911.
See what happens if you don't use this de-icer, Herbert?
My grandson does the driveway, not me. Yeah, I like this. Okay, yeah, I can see your vision here.
We could even have like a dramatic artsy shot of the tennis ball coming off the walker and rolling down the driveway.
Yes. Oh my, and then Finn.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know what we'll do? Okay, the artsy dramatic shot will be very similar to Citizen Kane when his arm drops down and the snow globe hits the ground.
Yes. I'm a fan.
Yes. There we go. This will be fantastic.
And then we need a second commercial.
Well, obviously.
Okay. And the second commercial is Herbert's funeral.
Okay.
Right? And it's all quiet. And he's in the coffin. Everyone's crying and all that stuff, right?
Sure.
And, you know, his widowed wife. It's like, if there was only something that could have saved them, then we kick the doors in. This asshole would have been using salty language driveway de-icer. He wouldn't be in that box right now.
No. Here we go. Okay.
All right,
This is so awful that we're doing this. But anyway, so it's
fine.
the funeral
Perfect.
setup. The pastor or preacher or whatever, he's up at the front. And he's like, now we would like to invite anybody to come up and say a few words. Boom, door kicks in. We just, saunter to the front. And then we give your speech about how it's like, this asshole wouldn't be in this casket if he had used, and then we do the product spot.
Do we do it wrestling heel style and pour the salt on the casket?
Oh my. Wow. I mean,
This is so he doesn't slip into hell.
Oh my God. Oh man. So don't feel salty like Herbert. Wait, no. Yeah. Well, it's obviously there's going to be some wrestling heel stuff, like,
Of course.
Yeah. Cause there has to be.
And then the end of the commercial is the hearse just spinning out in the salt and the ice and stuff, or the ice and the snow.
Yeah.
And we liberally apply the de-icer and he takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. These are great commercials. This should
I know,
be happening.
Right?
Somebody out there get us in contact with, I don't know, whoever makes driveway salt stuffs.
Yeah, I have no idea. Are you listening to me, Morton? I'm sure you have a driveway division.
I'm totally down for endorsing some driveway salt.
Yeah. Especially it involves the dramatic death of an old timer.
Yeah, exactly. We am pointing and laughing. Don't undersell that.
Oh, so much pointing and laughing.
Yeah, we could just endorse salt in general, though. It doesn't have to just be driveway salt. We can endorse all sorts of various salts.
Well, this is true.
Yeah, be like, do you know what would make this soup even better? And we just stick our dick in it and be like, some more salt.
Or stick our dick in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's hot.
Yeah.
Should have used the salt.
Yeah. Just stick your dick in it, and it's... You're like, well, if you don't have Tony and Brian available to you, you can buy new, and then we hold up the salt, It's like putting our dick in your soup.
Is your gazpacho bland? Need to add a little extra zip to your bisque.
Oh man! Like, wow, Catherine, this is the saltiest soup in the network. You damn right it is.
Oh my! I love it.
All right.
There you go. Now, if we had gumption, we would make these videos.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
You think we could find an old person that we could just shove?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's old people everywhere. If they're game or not, I don't know.
Hey, can you walk over here for a minute? Look at the camera when you do, huh? Wee! Terrible, Tony. We're just awful. Well, speaking of awful, how was your weekend? No,
it's pretty accurate.
I didn't really have a smooth segue there. I just, yeah.
Well, it was an expensive week for me.
Perfect.
As well as not the greatest, but also good in some aspects.
All right.
Because, Saturday, after we recorded our last episode, we'd do our Saturday morning nonsense of running to the farmer's market, bang, bang, boom, all this, all that.
Sure.
Zig-a-za, zig-a-zay. And we come home and Jeannie looks down the stairs in our basement. She goes, "We don't have a bottom step."
Huh.
I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, it's all water." Because, we had a shitload of rain last week.
Sure did.
So I, am like, first off, I sound like Herbert, this driveway slipping fool himself. Because my first thing I said was, "Where's my galoshes?"
Like you actually said galoshes, right?
I did. Of course I did.
Excellent. Well, I figured so. I just, checking.
Which I couldn't find, of course.
Yeah, sure.
But I was wearing my boots because I was going to go mow the grass.
I have a couple suggestions for you. Did you look behind the couch?
Nice.
Also, I guarantee they're the last place you had them.
Yeah. Well, I found them later in the basement, of course.
Makes sense. They were already down there for you. Sure.
Super good place for them.
Now, were they dry?
They were, actually, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, all right.
Because the water was too deep.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so I go down there in my boots.
Was it deepest, bluest?
Yeah. My hat was like a shark fin, for sure. But, I could fly down there and try to figure out what the fuck's going on. And which I also realized about 10 minutes into me trying to figure out the problem, that I never checked to see if maybe the water might have been, electrified.
Oh, yeah, that's not smart.
Yeah, I just hopped in like an idiot because I was like, my basement.
My dad did that once when our basement flooded at the house I used to live in. He went down in the basement and didn't so much have shoes on. And I was about to walk down there too, and he was like, "Whoa!" He's like, "Go put shoes on." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "'Cause I'm getting shocked." So yeah, he immediately came upstairs and put some,
there you go,
tennis shoes on.
I did have shoes on at least.
Yeah.
But what happened was that one of our, once again, some pump problems. One of our pumps, the hose clamp broke in the middle of the hose, and the hose split in half.
Hose always causing problems.
Hose. So it was just pumping water into the basement.
Oh.
And we don't know how long it was going for, but it was plenty long.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Which really sucked.
Oh, it sure does. I've been there too. Yep.
So, pumped it all out, and I mean, it sucked. Well, here's where it goes into my expensive week, because it killed our washer and dryer.
Awesome.
Which is cool.
Sure, yeah.
Furnace was okay.
Oh, that's too bad. Too bad it didn't wipe everything out,
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So that's all right. And the one bonus of this whole fucking nightmare is that I had a lot of just random shit down there that was left over from the previous people who lived here, my aunt.
Yeah.
And it's all in the garbage now because we got a roll off.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
So I mean, the basement's like, it's almost clean as a whistle. I got one little area I still got to clean out, but it's not exactly the way I wanted to go about it.
Yeah, certainly not. Yeah. You didn't want your washer and dryer to go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that sucked.
Yep.
That sucked. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it was, in theory, the washers and dryers last about a decade or give or take. Yeah. So, I mean, they were at the end of their lifespan, but didn't really want to buy freshies.
Yeah.
But I didn't really need to.
Right. Understandable. Yeah, it'd be different if they were dying anyway or something, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Like right now, we've got a bearing that's starting to go bad on our washer, and it's like, yeah, we're not going to screw around with, we're just going to get a new washer, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we had on the washer we had, still have, because it's in the basement, so we haven't got the new ones yet.
Yeah.
But our bearing went out on that too, but it was covered by warranty.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because the guy was here forever fixing it.
Yeah, because I looked online to see about doing it like myself, and it was
quite the process.
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, you pretty much have to rip the whole thing apart to fix this," and I'm like, "Nope, nope." And I'm not paying somebody because, like you said, if they're there all day, oh my God, the labor, you might as well just buy a new one. So forget it. Yep.
But yeah, so we had that going for us, and then at least the roll off I get through my stepdad at a pretty good rate because he gets them through his work.
Oh yeah, right.
So he just orders it, and then I find out how much his bill was, and then just pay him in cash.
Sure, under the table, gotcha. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, basically, but he gets a discount because of his what he does.
Yep.
So at least I got
which
that
is hide a lot of bodies.
So many bodies. But also this week, because we already had it in the schedule, we've had trees we've had to get cut down forever.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that on here before, I think. A long time ago.
Trees got cut down this week too.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice. But that's no expense.
Too bad the water couldn't have taken those down.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, I got that expense too. But on the bonus, I did get that grill that I've been wanting to get.
I was waiting for you to say I found a penny or something like that.
That's the plus, is I got my grill.
Oh shit. Nice.
Oh shit, gonna be using it tomorrow, firing up a little pork shoulder roast.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's like the one little bright spot of this whole nonsense.
Since you can control the settings on that, I mean, you don't really need a new dryer, right? You just throw some clothes in there. No.
Oh, dude, it smells so smoky and delicious.
Delicious, exactly, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, be like, wow, Tony smells delicious today.
My God, is that mesquite?
Like, no, it's cherry. Come on.
Yeah, duh, asshole.
Yeah.
We're using the Fruitwood blend.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a shit show.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like a shit show for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the most water we've had on, because we always get a little water. We've definitely had some shit that went sideways.
Yeah.
This is by far the most water that's ever been down there.
Yeah.
Which made me do some research, and weird, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. There's sensors you can buy that hook to your Wi-Fi network that will text you when your basement starts to flood.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which I will for sure be buying.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Because they're only like $40.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because if you caught that quicker, you might be able to, fix the issue with the pump, whether it's buy a new pump or, buy a part for it, whatever you need to do. Yeah.
Well, all I had to do was shove the hose together and put a new clamp on it, basically. Because just the clamp snapped and the hose came apart because of the pressure.
Yeah, we had that once too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was an easy fix.
Yep.
And if I would have known it was flooding, it would have been super easy to
fix. I mean, you
fix.
think about it in the way that, as long as those sensors work the way they're supposed to, that $40 saves you not having to buy a new washer and dryer right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So clearly worth $40. Yeah.
And I, like I said, I mean, on the bonus, I'm cleaning out my basement. It's just not exactly the way I wanted to go about cleaning out my basement.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh, huge fire at Tony's house soon. No.
Oh, right. Meat snacks, though.
Yeah.
Delicious meat snacks.
That's got to keep it in perspective.
That's what I'm trying to do, man.
Oh, man, meat snacks, though. Mm-mm.
I know, right?
Man, I'm getting
In fact,
now.
I have like my little, if I'm showing it to Brian, my little notebook I have here.
Yeah.
I got this for my podcast. I have another one that I haven't got into yet because they're like, 2 for whatever when I bought this one.
Please tell me it just says meat snacks on the front of it.
I should. I just put smoker notes because I'm going to take notes of like shit I'm doing so I can dial some stuff in.
Yeah. Well, it makes
meat
sense
snacks
too.
would have been way better.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm all right with either one. You're right though. You get some notes on there so that until it's muscle memory, that way you remember what you did and
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Also, if you follow me on the old various social medias,
I have you blocked on everything.
Well, I know that. It's because, dick pics.
Yeah. You just wouldn't. You're relentless.
I know. Can't help it. But, no, the whole no coffee in May, it lasts about a week.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a week though. I mean.
It is. Well, honestly, it's like, the first couple days sucked because I wasn't drinking tea or anything. I was just drinking water.
Right.
And I could definitely feel the crash from the caffeine.
Should have just been doing some Coke.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But then after that, I didn't notice a thing.
Oh, really? Only a
Not
couple
at all.
days,
And
huh?
I'm like,
wow.
yeah, only I was just like, huh. And I just got sick of drinking tea. And I wasn't drinking like tea all the time.
Mm.
So I was kind of like, well, fuck it. I'm going to kind of, both Gene and I felt the same way. We're like, let's get a coffee because we were both sick of drinking tea.
Yeah.
And then I this whole week, I haven't had coffee in the morning except for one day I made it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's the same thing of craft beer. I like it for the flavor of I missed the flavor of my coffee. I didn't miss the caffeine jolt I get. I just missed my coffee.
Yeah, fair enough. I understand that.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
You should just switch to hard liquor.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
Get up, have a nice 20, 30 ounce cup of bourbon, and start your day. By start your day, I mean pretty much fall on the floor probably. And
Yes, convulse in the corner.
yeah. A few hours later, fresh as a daisy to have another one.
Fresh as a daisy.
Probably not fresh as a daisy though.
No. Although I do have to besmirch it's not even a coffee drink, but people love these goddamn things, Brian.
Okay.
Have you ever partaken in a Frappuccino?
I actually, oddly enough, when I worked at Hollywood Video, on the days where I was at my most, like, walk in, just dragging my knuckles on the ground, which was, pretty much every day. No, I would grab one of them and just shotgun the thing.
Right.
For the jolt, basically, of it. I hated the taste, but I just wanted that jolt. It was either that or Mountain Dew, and I really don't want a Mountain Dew.
You're talking about the
ones in the glass bottles, yeah.
I'm talking about the ones you get that are like blended.
No, those I've never had.
Okay. Well, they have one, and Logan loves it. It's called the Midnight Mocha Frappuccino.
Okay.
I was like, whatever, because these things never interest me. I was talking to Jeannie, and she's like, well, it's dark chocolate and mint. It's dangerous. And I was like, and then after she told me that, the whole night and the next day at work, I'm just thinking about it. Like, God damn, that sounds really good.
Yeah, right.
Because that's like my thing. Dark chocolate, mint. I love that combo.
Mm-hmm.
So I went because, I'm like, I'm going to get a coffee. I went, fuck it. I'm going to get the smallest version of that and my coffee.
Sure.
Because I wanted to try it.
Right. Well, you set yourself up with a good backup. That way, if you tried it and you didn't like it, you had you had your regular coffee. And if you did like it, bonus coffee. So either way, you're set.
Frappuccinos, completely unremarkable and overrated.
Yeah, fair enough.
People drink the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I took one sip and I'm like, it's all right. But if I'm gonna, because I know those things are full of calories.
No.
I should check this out. I got a tall Midnight Mocha Frap.
Yes, folks, that's how long it took Tony to Google it.
Yeah, it really did.
He's a slow typer. It's all right. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
No, not a grande. I got a tall. So let's see here. So for the tall one I have, which is small size, 310 calories.
Okay.
Right? 35 grams of sugar. It's a lot of sugar.
Wow, that's okay. It's still less than a, let's see, I have a root beer here. 45 grams of sugar in a can of root beer. 170
Fair
calories. Enough. Yeah. So more calories, less sugar.
But, so I'm drinking this thing, and it's basically, I'm getting like chunks of ice and shit, and there's like a layer of whipped cream. That was delicious. But all in all, I'm just like, it's chocolate mint, but it's not. I was expecting like a more chocolate mint deliciousness.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And all I can think is, if I'm going to indulge and have something like this, I'll just get a fucking milkshake.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it tastes way better.
Right, or even, I don't know, do they have a dark chocolate, hot chocolate?
I don't know.
Okay. I was like, because if so, hell, you could just go that way,
Yeah.
That way because you're going to get more of the flavor that way that you're looking for. That's more of what I was,
It just wasn't as chocolatey and delicious as I thought it was. It looks tasty and delicious. Mm-hmm. When I got it, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a sweet treat. And then it was just there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got someone at my work that I walked by the plastics recycling bin.
Yeah.
Full of Frappuccino cups. So, I mean, somebody at my work just is mainlining these things.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Like every time they go out, they're like, ooh, I got to get one of these.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, you're not, well, I don't know. I was going to say, you're also not one that generally chases sweets as much as
this is very true.
There are a lot of people that they have one of those like every damn day or so.
But I will fuck up a milkshake.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm on board for that too. There's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I do. Yeah.
Granted that I don't chase the sweets, but I will enjoy the shit out of them when I do.
Well, I guess it's probably for the best that this isn't what you were hoping it was, because it, might become a problem then.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, that could be. I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. Or not. I don't know.
So just not real impressed. I mean, that's why I'm like, yeah, it's the first time and the last time I'll ever have a Frappuccino.
Fair enough.
You know?
Yeah. Understandable. No reason to go back if you, weren't impressed by it.
Yeah. Fuck them.
You just do it yourself at home.
Something.
Pick a coffee and put dark chocolate and mint in there.
Yeah, definitely. Figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
Little creme de menthe, some Godiva liqueur.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
now we're talking.
Kind of what I was thinking, was somewhere in that range. So yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yes, a nice adult coffee to start the day.
Adult coffee, indeed.
Yep. All right.
Itchy skull.
So what else?
How about you? I got a couple more things. But how about yourself?
It's been, pretty uneventful week. Just haven't really done a whole lot. I went up to a store yesterday with my brother, because everyone, if you follow me on Instagram, you see that and listen to this show, I enjoy, buying the Funko Pop figures.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an exclusive one coming out at FYE, and they were supposed to have them. So we went up there, and they did not have them yet, because
those sons of bitches.
Yeah. But we, just looked through like this mountainous table of them. So we were like going through all of them. And, it's just by the end of the day, it was weird because, we did that. And by the time I got home, I stopped by the store to grab some stuff because I was going to make some, another batch of that, Guinness beef stew that I made, which,
delicious.
So I ate dinner, and because it takes like 2 hours, because once you get everything all done, then you have to kind of simmer it for a while to, thicken the, gravy basically up.
Right.
So, it's going to take a few hours to pretty much finish. So, I grabbed something to eat, and then I'm like, and by the time it got done, I was like, God, I don't feel like making this. And it's not hard. All I had to do, I had to cut some stuff up. I had to cut like carrots and onion and celery and bacon up. Ooh,
right.
Real complicated there. But, I was like, fuck it, cause I had to cook the meat, cause, you know how it is, like when you have meat in the fridge, it's like at a certain point it's either gonna go in the trash or it's getting cooked. So, and it'd be a shame to throw away a bunch of delicious meat.
This is true.
So, yeah, started doing it, man. And I was full when I started making it. But it's like, you get the way, it starts off with the bacon, you crisp up, cut the little pieces of bacon and then crisp it up real good. Basically because, that you're starting the gravy with bacon fat, So
right. Which is amazing.
Right. Then you take the bacon out, you put the stew meat in, you cook, brown, kind of put a sear on it basically, which then that meat's releasing a little of its juices into the pan already with that bacon fat. So then you remove that meat, and then onions and garlic go in. So all that's just developing, and I'm standing there, and I'm all of a sudden, like, it felt like I hadn't eaten in like 3 years. I was so hungry just smelling all that, And I'm like, I just ate a bunch of food. How can I, feel like I'm hungry right here? It's like, geez. But it smelled so good, And then once that Guinness hit the, hit the skillet, to mix in with all the leavings and whatnot, I was like, oh. So I went to the back to go to the bathroom, and as I'm coming back out, I was like, it's funny. It smells like a bacon cheeseburger with onion and a beer, like as I'm walking.
Right.
And I was like, well, no wonder why I'm so damn hungry, because I was like, geez.
Because delicious?
Yeah. So we ended up having that actually tonight for dinner, because, it was all finished last night, but stuff like that. Have a nice night of sitting in the fridge kind of tightened up also. So turned out really good. And, it was just amazing to me. Like I said, that I was so full, and then I was just, all of a sudden I was like, I could probably eat this, and that's
right.
I didn't, but I could have, other than tasting it, because, you gotta make sure it's on point.
I do love a good Guinness beef stew.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's amazing how much richness that, and heartiness that Guinness adds to that.
I wonder.
So good.
Because I'm shifting into meat snacks.
Okay.
I wonder if I could marinate like a flank steak or something in Guinness overnight,
right.
or maybe longer than that, and then slice it up into some jerky.
Oh, that sounds great.
I don't know if that would work or not.
Well, I've had like bourbon jerky, like bourbon, whatever flavored jerky. So maybe
Like stout jerky.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some research you could be doing on that. I don't mean right now. I'm just, I'd put it in the meat snacks book for sure.
Definitely. Which I am crossing off smoker notes and writing meat snacks, by the way.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so last night, for the last week or two, I've been kind of in like a fog in my head.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't been like this since I was on the first antidepressant that I was on. That's kind of how I felt all the time. I kind of just felt like I was drifting through stuff. And I've been kind of feeling that way for about a week and a half now.
Bourbon fog?
Oh, I wish. Dude, I haven't had bourbon in so long. Anyway.
God damn it, bro.
I know.
God damn it.
I know. Someone needs to send me a bottle of bourbon. Can I put that on an Amazon wish list? Maybe. Probably not. I don't think it's legal to ship it in Michigan. Some states I think it's legal, other ones it's not.
Well. We're supposed to be this weekend, but we do have a bonfire next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we can take old-fashioned fixins.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
The downside is there's going to be a decent amount of people there usually. Does that mean we have to make fixins for everybody?
Yeah, because you can't really like pre-mix old-fashioned fixins to...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you could. It's bourbon, but...
Well, yeah. I'll have to bounce this idea off my wife, because unfortunately, if that happens, she'll probably be in charge of them, because she does make the best old-fashions.
Yeah. You do an alright one, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's like if we were doing jujitsu, she's choking me out every time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
You'll put up a fight, but...
Oh, yeah. I'll put up a fight. I might pass her guard.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting choked the fuck out.
Sure. Every time. Yeah.
Yeah. She's strangling me every time.
Every time. Yeah. I won't even step into a fight or a match. I'm just like, no, I'm just I'll referee.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. I've tried. Doesn't work.
Yeah. At least you gave it a go, Yeah.
It's true.
So last night, it was weird because I've been kind of having some weird dreams again. And again, you remember, like for a while was going through where I was having really odd dreams. And,
right, I remember that.
Yeah, so last night I had this dream that, I woke up in the hospital and I was, kind of like, what the hell happened? And they were like, oh, relax. We just did the procedure on your nose. And I'm like, what? And they show me this like tool, like, I'm trying to think how to explain it. All right, those like plunger, those grabbers. They have like a plunger on the other end, basically. Where
right.
Okay, so it's one of those, but it's like those real small ones that have got like the real fine, like I don't know what you call them, fingers or whatever to them.
Yeah.
So it was
Grabber
one of
dealies.
those. Yeah, it was one of those, but it was like the size of it would fit up your nose essentially.
So it was like Total Recall.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, damn it. Skype, no. All right, what was that?
So it was like Total Recall. Remember, you had that grabber that grabbed that big red ball out of his brain or whatever?
Exactly that, actually. And they were like, we pulled this. I forgot what the term that was used, but it was basically that they pulled something out of my right nostril. And I hadn't watched Total Recall lately, so that wasn't even in my head, but you're right. I totally forgot about that. But that's what happened. And then I'm sitting there going, well, and it's like, I don't remember being okay with that. And they were like, oh, well, whatever. And then I'm like, well, I can breathe a lot better.
Bonus.
But it was really, it was a really odd, like, I like sat up in bed and I was just kind of like a little freaked out by the whole thing because it felt so real. The quick way to find out that it wasn't real was that I couldn't breathe because I was all congested. Yeah. So,
Immediate sign.
Yeah. It's like, oh, maybe this really,
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Like, oh, we had to remove part of your brain. Now you should be able to breathe easier. All right.
That sounds all right to me.
Hopefully it wasn't something I was using. Oh, it's just the part that enjoys liquor. No!
Yeah, no.
Put it back. Can't you take the part where I can write or walk?
Yeah. Well, it's either the part that enjoys the booze or family memories. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Exactly. What is going on here?
Wowzer. Why is a weird dream?
Yeah, it's funny because it doesn't sound all that weird, but it felt very weird.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it for me this week. I didn't really do much else, other than observe some people at the grocery store and places that, like we were by a TJ Maxx yesterday and there was a woman in a car next to us before we go in. And she's putting on makeup.
Right.
And we come out and she's still putting on makeup. And we weren't in there all that long. It was probably, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And so I'm looking and I'm kind of like, and I look at my brother and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if she's putting the makeup on to go into TJ Maxx or if she's putting the makeup on after leaving TJ Maxx.
Good call.
And he's
Maybe
just like,
she's putting the makeup on because she's got a children's birthday coming up.
Maybe. And wait a minute. No, he's like, why does it matter?
That's a good point.
I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't. I'm like, but I always want people's stories,
It's true.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I forgot to pull something up I was going to talk about, and I don't think I can access it from here. Nerds.
Access denied.
Well, I turned off the thing where, like, my iCloud or whatever shares across all my devices. Because I really don't need all my photos on everything,
This is true.
Dang it. I had a dating profile I was going to talk about. I actually forgot to send it to you. I feel bad about that now. It was something.
Those are always my favorites.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I can remember from it.
Please do.
Which was, on it, it says that the woman is looking for a marriage contract but she doesn't want a bunch of questions about it, but she's using this for school and to get out of an abusive family situation.
Okay.
Now, and that I think on there it also says like that she's into, like bondage and whatnot. And then in the next comment section, it says something, I can't remember the exact wording, but it's basically like, bring your Bible when we're going to bang. It makes it better or something to that effect.
Bring your Bible.
Yeah. Oh, and I think in there it also said her religion was very important to her. Now, the first picture on the profile is a very dark picture, but it looks like I can't tell if she's like restrained in some way or if she's just in her under things. But it's a shot from the back, and it, like I said, it's kind of, you can't really exactly see what's going on. But then the other two pictures are just kind of like normal pictures. And I'm just going... Like
she's enjoying a cheeseburger.
Yeah. No, it's just one's just like her face, and the other is... it might just be like, a headshot too. But it's like, how do you put all that in there and then say I don't want a bunch of questions? Because I sent it to Fluffy Bunny Ash last night, and I was like, so there's this. And she was like, I'm not even interested in her, and I have like 2 million questions. And I'm like, right? Because... like I said, I'll send it to you either tonight or tomorrow, whenever I think of it.
What? Marriage contract.
Yeah.
What is this exactly?
I just don't know.
I mean, because it says to escape family stuff and drama. Is it like, I need to get out of this situation, so we need to be quote unquote married?
Right. I guess.
Because it's like, if I'm filling out a marriage contract, clause number 2 is going to be this dick.
What's clause number 1?
This dick?
No, real quick, I want to point out, like, it isn't, like, if this ends up being, like, if it's a situation where there's, like, serious whatever going on here, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to make light of that part of it if it is, like, an abusive situation or whatever, but it's just, it's so all over the place.
Right.
You know, with really no explanation. What I want to tell is this: I'm not interested in meeting her. I'm interested in meeting the guy that is like, yes, like,
right.
This
exactly.
is what I want. Like, how does that appeal to somebody? Like, how do you look at that and go, oh yeah, that sounds like what I'm looking for?
So apparently, a marriage contract. It's a contract between prospective husband and wife, or during the marriage, in which settles in a whole or in part the respective rights and obligations as regards to the marriage.
Okay.
So, like, you line out a whole thing like, you know, hey, I expect you to do the laundry, and on Tuesday we're having pot roast, and it is dick.
Right.
Naturally.
Typical Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, typical Tuesday.
Yeah.
So basically, it seems like you line up all the shit you expect your spouse to do.
Okay.
And then if I don't know, I guess if they sign and then like Tuesday comes around and you don't have pot roast, like, well, this contract is null and void, cunt. It's over.
I gotta tell you, I kind of want to see some people who've agreed to contracts like that, because I'm very curious, because I don't think I'd ever sign something like that. You know, because... Yeah. I mean, I know it's probably not going to be pot roast on Tuesdays. It's going to be probably bigger scale stuff, but, you know, like, you'll pay for my school or whatever, which is kind of what I'm assuming here, maybe, is that, you know, because it says that she wants her school, or that she's doing this for school and to get out of that abusive situation. So I don't know. It was just, it blew my mind. And it was like, you know, I don't even care. Like, what the person looked like, that was almost irrelevant to the whole thing. It was just that profile was like, what the hell is this? You know? Right.
It sounds fascinating.
Again, it's why when I talk about, you know, it's like the best part about looking at dating sites is looking at the profiles, because you just have no clue what you're going to find. You know, some weird stuff. You know, I saw one the other night on Tinder that, the woman's got 6 kids, and they're young kids. And I was like, oof. That's going to be a tough sell, you know?
Wow.
Because how is she even going to have time?
She loves to bang.
Well, it's like, how's she going to have time for anything? You know? I mean, she's found time to... No, I'm kidding.
Just, you know, a little applesauce and a little Xanny, Brian.
That's terrible. Maybe true, but it's terrible.
All right, kids, line up. I got to get some bang treats in you.
Oh, jeez. Who wants Xannysauce?
Xannysauce, yes. That's it right there, Xannysauce.
All right. We're marketing this, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to get a license from Xanax, but we're in.
Right after we get our cell contract.
Right, and the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually,
Definitely.
I think we should fast-track Xannysauce, because I think the other stuff may happen because of Xannysauce.
Yeah, Xannysauce is a win.
Yeah. I mean, they could serve that on flights, too.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, here you go. Oh, sweet.
Like, are you a tired mom? Are you a frustrated dad that just can't get his dick wet? Introducing Xannysauce.
Man, you're on fire with these commercials, Tony.
I know, right?
Jeez.
It's like, the husband walking into the bedroom, like, and then you hear, and he's like, oh, you know, like a classic made for TV, you know, when they fumble things horribly, like he's trying to get a ham out of the oven and throws it through a window or whatever, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I hate those on one hand, it's my favorite part of those.
It's for sure.
Just how incompetent the people in those commercials are, you know?
Super incompetent. So he's trying to get in, make some moves on his girl.
Yeah.
And then the kid starts screaming, and he, slips and falls and, cracks his neck on the end table.
Naturally, as one does. Yeah.
As one does. Yeah. All because of that dumb kid. If it wasn't for Xannysauce.
Yeah. Xannysauce has improved my sex life tenfold. And if it can work for me, it can work for you. Oh, man.
Xannysauce.
No, but seriously, though, it's like I saw that and I was just like, oh, that poor woman. That's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids. It's why I said, the serious part of it for me would be like, how are you going to find any time for anything? I mean,
I assume she's got multiple rows of teats like a dog.
For convenience and efficiency for her, I kind of hope so, but probably not.
Come on, y'all. Time to suckle.
She just eats a lot of Xannysauce and just lets them get it naturally.
For sure.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right.
It's all secular. We all get sleepy, kids.
Yep. Everybody's happy in the end. So
everybody's happy.
Oh, shit. Yeah. There was another one I was going to talk about and I can't remember it. So if I do, I'll bring it up next week or something. Cause I was thinking about it and I was like, I haven't talked about any of these in a long time cause I haven't been looking much, so. Right. Now that, I looked again and I was like, well, look what I missed.
Always fascinating.
It is. That's one thing it generally is fascinating.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
it's like people watching and they don't know you're watching.
Thanks for making me sound even more like a creep, Tony.
I'm not saying you're in the bushes.
Not yet. Heyo.
In the bushes swiping on Tinder.
I crash awkwardly into the bushes, Tony, remember?
This is true.
Ladies.
Nice. That's an old classic reference.
That's a callback to when Tate was on the show.
That's an old reference.
An old callback. That may be halfway in the show life callback.
Probably.
It's somewhere in that range around, the 150s and stuff, probably. So anyway.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So all right. So yeah, that's my week.
So we ate some food at Mongolian barbecue, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
And if, for those who not to know, it's basically like you make your own stir fry.
Mm-hmm. They have shitty chicken and shitty beef. Yeah.
Yeah, shitty chicken, shitty beef, shitty shrimp.
Yeah. They don't.
And you fill up your bowl with all the stuff you want and the sauces, whatever, and they cook it on this big flat top grill with these quote unquote swords.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's delicious.
It is.
Right?
Yep.
Although I have one problem with it.
Okay.
And I've never been a fan of the whole cultural appropriation thing.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen their mascot?
Yes.
It's Mongo.
Yeah.
Get it?
No, I don't get it. Steve Mongo McQueen? They were not McQueen. No. McMichael? What the fuck?
It's basically a giant inflatable Mongolian warrior called Mongo.
Sure.
And it's probably one of the most racist mascots I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's something. That's for sure.
And I'm sitting there, we're at the Mongolian barbecue.
Because that's not racist.
Not at all. That's paying homage.
Okay.
But I Mongo to Mongolian.
Yeah.
Felt awfully uncomfortable to me.
Mm-hmm. It reminds you of like the pizza places that always have that stereotypical big bushy mustachioed Italian guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a good pizza.
Yeah, the pizza's delicious.
Yeah, that.
And if you don't like it, I'm going to throw it against the wall and beat my wife.
And his name's always, Mario, Luigi, something along those lines,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Just
Fierio or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was, it didn't sit well with me for some reason.
Yeah. Didn't stop you from buying a t-shirt of him, though.
Well, no, of course not. You should see my underpants.
No, I shouldn't.
Mongo underpants.
That sounds terrifying.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, oh my God, you have Mongo underpants. Although Mongo underpants actually might be a good name for him. We can,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, the Mongolian horde's coming.
Oh, that's not what I was meaning. I just meant Mongo just sounded like a, Mongo underpants was just, Just
in general.
Yeah, I just like the name.
As a not in Mongolian, as just Mongo is the word
right.
Mongo.
I mean, it could be, but it doesn't
Mongo as the cowboy that punched out the horse.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Exactly.
But I did enjoy the Mongolian barbecue, and my kids didn't do it right. Because it used to be just you walk in, you pay a price, you just get bowl after bowl, and you just become just a fucking American pig.
Yeah.
It's the greatest moment of my life. Well, now you pay a price and you get a bowl.
Right.
And if you want to upgrade, you can get extra bowl.
Right.
And my kids had no idea what they're doing, so they got like the most. You should have seen my bowl. It looked like a Cirque du Soleil act. Getting it to the grill.
For anyone who's not familiar, you can actually go online and there are strategies for how to build the bowl to get more food in it.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Jen, my co-host over on The Crazy Life, actually did that once. Because
really?
Basically you do stuff like you put broccoli around the outside because the pieces of broccoli there are massive generally. And you use them to and then you put, all the other stuff down inside of it. Because the broccoli can kind of extend the size of the bowl a little bit. And,
that is hilarious.
Yeah, there's all that. So it works. I've kind of done it now. Cause my frustration's always like, I get near the end of it and there's stuff I still want, but I just literally cannot put any more on top of it because it's already heaping,
Right.
So, so sometimes I don't get stuff that I like on there because I'll miss it.
Wow. Yeah, I just Googled it. There's all kinds of shit.
Yep.
That is fascinating.
Yep. And it's funny. I always enjoy watching people build their bowls there too, because most of the people you see are just like, here's 20 pounds of meat,
Well, it's like, the first time I went, I was like, this place is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to throw everything in a bowl. I'm eating it.
Yeah.
And then the second time I went, I was like, I'm a little more refined now.
Yeah.
And I realized that you're not stuck with one bowl because it's still in the good old days of Mongolian barbecue where you could be a fat American pig.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And so then I was like, well, this bowl is going to be like Thai inspired.
Right.
And I build a recipe and then this one's going to be like Southern barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you could do that shit.
Yep.
Well, this time when I went, since I was like one bowl, I'm like, I need all the meat. I need all the veg.
Yeah.
I need all the spices and sauces.
Right. Well, what I usually
and
do,
an egg.
What I usually do, cause like, they have a salad bar there too. So, and usually you can get that for free. So usually I'll go up and I'll get,
not anymore.
Oh, they got rid of it?
Upcharge.
Oh,
Upcharge.
Jerks.
It's there. Upcharge.
That's a jerk move right there. Well, that was part of my strategery before, which was I'd go get some of the vegetables there. Like onions, I'm cool with eating raw onion. I don't have to have it cooked, So I just get onions over there and then just mix it in with my food,
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the chunks of onions are huge, And that's the other thing is like when you put like tomatoes or some of the other stuff on there, the chunks of the food is so big that unless you like line them around the edge kind of a thing, like I was talking, you'll take up so much volume in your bowl. Yeah. It's funny. I'm actually surprised that they don't offer like one bowl is this and then like the XL bowl where it's like just a bigger bowl and then also have like a multi-bowl option,
Yeah, for sure.
Mm. But yeah, cause they give you these small bowls that you fill up in no time. Like it takes nothing to fill them up. Especially not if you're a monster like we are,
Well, yeah, cause I'm like, I for sure need this chorizo.
Yep.
And ribeye.
Yep.
And tri-tip. and some chicken.
Right. Yep.
Oh, but I should put some veggies in here.
Like one piece of broccoli on top. That's good.
Yeah, my bowl looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. It's
Mine
fine.
usually does
delicious.
too. Like I'm all like, gently walking up to the counter.
Yeah, just gingerly walking.
Cause I know if anyone even bumps into me, it's over. It's all just gonna come down.
Yeah, exactly. The wind blows.
Yeah. If I burped, it would ruin the whole thing, Like you can't. There was one time I felt a sneeze coming on and I was about halfway between the bar and the counter. And I'm like, oh no,
This is gonna be a disaster.
So yeah, I kind of hurried over.
But I forgot how much I enjoyed Mongolian barbecue at the same time.
Yeah.
It is a fine place, especially if you want to get creative with some of your shit.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
And I could eat like that all the time. I love that kind of, just throwing tons of vegetables and meats together and just eating it. So.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
But
that same day we did that, and I got all bummed out by Mongo, and then cheered up because they had Chill Wave on tap.
Oh, nice.
I know. We also went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, right.
Fucking great, man.
Yeah, I couldn't go because stupid sinus headache.
It was good. I think I enjoyed the first one better still, but it was still really good.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't
and I think
really heard anybody say anything really negative about it, you know?
No, it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, even despite the fact the theater was fucking crowded.
I'm sure.
But it was in the, 3D XD theater where you pick your seats.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought our tickets pretty early and we picked good seats. So it was nice.
That's cool.
Nice, Brian. It was like living in luxury.
Is that the theater with the recliners and stuff?
The seats are a little
or whatever,
more comfy. Although the armrests, hot garbage because they fold up and not enough that you can really get your snuggle on.
Mm.
It's like, how am I supposed to get this Guardian's hand job?
Right. It was just some random guy next to you. Yeah.
I know. How am I supposed to get my Groot on?
Yeah. You're like, wow, you look like Yondu. Want to give me a handy?
Like, this is amazing.
He just starts whistling as he's doing it.
Make sure you whistle.
Yeah. No, not yet. I'm not there. Oh my. Yeah.
Oh my, indeed.
Oh my. Yep. Oh, you know what?
No, it was,
sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I say it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it, and that's going to become our family's new thing is once a month we're just going to go see a movie.
Okay.
So I should be able to report on movies more often now.
Awesome. So, Channing Tatum scale, because tradition.
Oh, I'll give it a 4.
4 out of 5.
4 to 5 Channings.
All right.
Actually, it was a whole Marvel movie weekend because I also watched Ant-Man and Doctor Strange.
I have not watched those yet. Yeah.
Ant-Man, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Okay.
It's like a Marvel's take on a heist movie.
Oh, okay. I can live with that. Yep.
Basically. Doctor Strange, also enjoyed it, but it's not, I probably wouldn't watch it again. Like, it's very visually entertaining.
Yeah.
And the story is like, but Benedict Cumberbatch, he was really good as Doctor Strange.
Right. Were you making Sherlock references through the whole thing?
I should have been.
You should have been.
Jeannie was.
Okay. Well, at least somebody was. All right. Yeah. Good. I'm glad someone was.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all in all, it was enjoyable, but it's like I said, it's not.
Yeah.
I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't blown away.
Okay. That's fair.
If that makes sense.
That's fair. I mean, it's a tough movie probably, because it's Doctor Strange.
Although the ending, the way they wrap the movie up, because I don't want to give any spoilers.
Right.
Was terrific.
Okay.
Like the way Doctor Strange did it was terrific. I really enjoyed that.
The way he did it at the end is just him having his way with someone
without just giving away the ending of the movie. I can't really get into it, but it was good.
It ends with him removing salt from an old man's driveway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Then you and I pop out. Yeah. Who knew?
He does a little portal thing and we pop out with salt.
Yeah, it was the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What's up, you old asshole? I see your face down in the snow, bitch.
Yeah. Someone call a doctor.
We're pouring salt on him.
Yep.
We're both wearing nasty boys coats. It says salty language.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, it's got to say that or it's got to be rugged dudes coats. So.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
How
can I forget about the rugged dudes?
I'll allow either one, but probably should stay on our salty brand for that.
Definitely.
So, I forgot before we got into our weeks and all this kind of stuff, I was going to mention that, even though this is episode 302, we have a voicemail that relates to a previous episode and an email that relate to a previous episode.
You don't say.
Yeah. So, you got the voicemail ready or?
Yep. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Hey, gentlemen, it's your old pal, FRJ Ferge, your former field reporter. I know you wanted people to call in for the 300th episode, but I'm not a limit. I'm not going to follow the trend. So I'm calling in for 301.
2.
Now, anybody can make it to 300. But to keep this train wreck rolling down the track, even though somebody's tampered with the brakes, takes some guts. So congratulations on making it to 301.
2.
If, of course, you played his voicemail. If not, then obviously you gave up at this point. But hey, good job on the train wreck, gentlemen. Keep up the good work. Stay salty.
Wouldn't it have been funny if we did just call it good at 300? Like, didn't do another episode?
That would be pretty funny.
And his voicemail's just lost to the ether, you know?
Well, because we started a new podcast, The Rugged Dudes.
Yeah. 2 rugged dudes. Yep.
2 rugged dudes.
Mm-hmm.
We just go around and just kick the shit out of old people and then pour salt on them.
Nice.
And berate them for not using our salt.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
Of course.
All right. So we also got an email from our pal Cheeto Bandito. And he said, in true Cheeto fashion, I am late. Happy 300th episode, guys. Seriously. I started listening to you guys regularly about 3 years ago, and you're the only podcast that I make a point to listen to every week. Makes sense. Said he was
friends. He has classy taste.
Exactly. Yeah. Classic gentleman.
He's a refined gentleman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said, he was friends with Tate on Twitter long before, she's under the name she's under now. And saw Brian starring tweets and or commenting on things and eventually paid enough attention to realize I needed to give Salty Language a listen. Smart man.
Goddamn right.
Smart man, yeah.
All right.
Lo and behold.
If there's anything you need to do in your life.
Yeah. Let's listen to Salty Language. And, yeah, send us money. Lo and behold, it was, not just the sexiest podcast on the network, but one that I enjoyed listening to. Thanks for keeping it going and being so responsive to your fans. Yes, you have fans. Here's to another 300 episodes, TNB. Cheers. That's enough ball washing for now.
You should see the fan in my basement. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, you didn't talk about that when you talked about your basement. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a giant fan in my basement drying it out right now.
Yeah.
Giant. I will document it on the Salty Language Instagram.
Yeah, it reminds me, it's very much the size. I think my dad had a fan about that size at his body shop.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's a big shop fan.
Yeah, that thing was huge. We'd turn it on and it almost would have to hold on to something.
It's insane.
Yeah. I was like, I wish I could have one of those in my room right now. Just like a wall that's just that fan, That would probably be enough
awesome.
fan for me at that point.
It would always look like you're in a ventilation system of a building.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That would be so cool.
Yep, for all my dramatic selfies, Great.
Just invading another building, guys.
Yep. Ooh, boy. Yeah.
Well, appreciate all the interaction, and I mean, I do adore the people that listen to our show. I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. That was probably tough to say without laughing, wasn't it? I'll cut that out later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, please. Yeah, mark this, would you?
Yeah, I already did.
I'm getting too emotional, Brian.
Yeah, yeah, that's right out. We're not going to tolerate any of that.
Right out.
All right. So, did you read that article I sent you about beers?
Oh my God, I am such an asshole. I never read that.
All right.
Well, please fill me in.
Okay. Really quick, it's a follow-up to last week, I think it was. Wasn't it last week where we talked about Heineken buying out Lagunitas?
I believe so.
Yeah, and we were both kind of like, hey, whatever, get after it,
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy who wrote an article for... I'm trying to see if I have it open. I don't. Dang it. Shoot, here it is. It's from goodbeerhunting.com. And... Do
you like lagers? Sorry, he said good beer hunting.
Yeah,
and,
I know. I know. Anyway, basically, what he did was he wrote this article about AB InBev, which is the merger of Anheuser-Busch and InBev, and how they've been buying up craft breweries. And it talks about how on the surface, a lot of people are like, good for the people involved and all this kind of stuff, like we were. But what he actually points out is what's going on is that there's a lot of data in this article, and I'm not going to get into all of it, but the gist of it is that for that company, their big brand is Budweiser, Bud Light, essentially. Those are the
Right.
huge, worth tons of money. Well, people in economics, I'm trying to think how to describe this quickly. But basically, there's a value to a brand that's just based on people knowing and trusting the brand. There's an associated kind of value to it that you can't actually, like, that's not actual dollars in bank. Okay?
Right.
And what
it's Yoplait. I know Yoplait.
Exactly. So what he's saying basically is that by craft beer coming out and being at a higher price point, it's making people look at Budweiser and Bud Light as inferior product to the craft product because it's less money and stuff like that. So to them, if that evaluation of the trust or what people, when they look at your brand and go, that's a great brand, if that number comes down, it can be a matter of billions for some of these companies. And as a result, the way they protect that is to buy up craft breweries, because when they do that, they then, they will start buying product for those craft breweries. And what they can do is some of the hops that are in more limited supply than others, because they have all this money, can buy all the hops.
Oh,
so
I see.
They can control the market. And what they can also do is they can lower the price of craft beers from the breweries that they did, which makes them closer to on par with Budweiser, so they look closer, or raise the price of Budweiser slightly so it's a little higher or whatever. And then in the end, the evaluation of Budweiser will stay the same or go up.
Right.
Because they don't care about the evaluation of those craft brew brands, because they're just buying them to absorb them, essentially. So they buy them to help manipulate the market, and then if they fail, oh well. Because as long as Budweiser and Bud Light don't fail, they don't care.
Wow, that's
Yeah, and again, I may not be getting it exact, but that's kind of the gist of what this is. So basically what it points out is that realistically, don't buy the beers from those companies, because that's what you're encouraging. Right. If you truly like craft beer, quit buying those, as much as it might suck because your favorite beers are from a Lagunitas or these kind of companies. But, maybe
you're supporting the evil empire.
Exactly. And, everyone can make their own mind up on it, but,
well, I heard an interview today. You have what?
I said it'll be in the show notes if people want to read it.
Oh, definitely.
I will warn you, it's kind of a lengthy read. And it explains a lot of economic stuff. So, if you're not real big on that kind of stuff, it might not be very interesting, but, it's a good read though.
Well, it's like, I heard a interview today with Guy Ritchie, of all people.
Okay.
That, really I thought was interesting, because he has his angle he took on, he's taking on food and on fashion, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like food, they robbed us of our food.
Yeah.
And he's like, because, in the 70s and 80s and all that, they, all this shitty food came out, basically, and everyone was like, ooh, and fell in love with it because it was easy to be even older than 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But he's like, but they robbed us of all this good food that's coming back around.
Yeah.
And he feels the same way about it. He loves the whole craft thing. It'd rather be people making knives, people making their own clothes, or people making craft beer.
Sure.
Because he doesn't like the fact that, he talks about English pubs and how the big beer companies in England bought up pubs and bought up all these little crafts, because there used to be a ton of craft beer in England, apparently. But all these companies bought everything up and basically killed everything to put out all the same homogenized beer.
So basically similar idea,
right.
Except this is only money based, but
yeah.
Yep.
And he's like, they killed, all this delicious things we had that we're now starting to bring back.
Yeah. That's why it blows my mind. You see a commercial for fill in the blank place, and they're like, our chicken now doesn't have this and this, and it's like, it shouldn't have that shit in it. You know?
Exactly.
It's like, this is supposed to be food. I'm not giving you kudos because you're making actual food now.
Right.
That's
our
not how
chicken
this
nuggets now have less beaks and feet.
Yeah, it's like,
what? It should never have beaks and feet.
The one that gets me, and I want to say this for anyone who doesn't already know this, is chicken is not allowed to have the antibiotics and hormones into it. The law says they can't do that, right?
Right.
Every package of chicken you look at in the store says no hormones, no not additives. Forgot what the other thing I just said was. Antibiotics. Thank you.
Well, that's just because they're looking for a soccer mom that's looking for that doesn't realize.
And I'll call it, and I'll put a name to it. Purdue Chicken. I saw a commercial earlier today, and they're like, our chicken's been antibiotic and hormone free. I'm like, yeah, because the law says it has to be. Like that's. I mean, don't get me wrong. They still could put it in there, but they'd be breaking the law. So as long as the company is meeting the laws out there, their chicken won't have that either. Yeah. And it's like you were saying, it's like the stuff that's now, like you took a great point for what you were saying is all the shit now that says gluten free, that they haven't changed the recipe. Like
that's my favorite. When you see like beef jerky, it's like gluten free.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. The only thing that could be in there would be if they took the beef and made it into a mush, basically, and then they put something in there that held it together.
Right, exactly.
Maybe there could be some gluten in that, but yeah, otherwise it's like, it should just be meat.
Yeah, I'm like, of course it's gluten-free. It's beef jerky.
Yeah, like the ingredients on the package should be whatever the marinade is or seasoning and meat.
Yeah, and beef.
Hopefully beef.
Yeah, hopefully it's beef with 3 E's.
Right.
Like, the fuck is this shit?
BEEPH.
Yeah. Like, what does that mean? Well, it's actually alley cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it's close. It's close.
Yeah, whatever. It's meat.
It's close enough, man. It's jerky. It's jerky. You won't even notice it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
Chewy.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? You're right. It does have a little street gaminess to it, but other than that, it's good.
Yeah. I don't know why this piece has a cute velvety nose, but whatever. I'm still eating it.
This piece
tastes like teriyaki.
This one has a bell that says mittens on it. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go into another of these rants with food stuff, but yeah, it's the same idea though. I'm with him though. It's as food's coming back around. I will say it is nice though to see. On one hand, I will give them kudos for these places that are starting to remove this shit from their food, right. Because it shouldn't be there. But really they're doing it because they can charge more sometimes for that food, or they know it's going to sell more product. Cause like you said, hey, this is gluten free. Oh, I can't buy gluten. So clearly I can buy this food stuff that's always been gluten free and,
right.
Beef jerky.
Beef
jerky. Or another one you'll see at times is like keto friendly. That's one I've seen on a few things popping up.
Like paleo.
Or paleo. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that strategy's there. It's just,
like, bitch, cavemen weren't eating protein bars.
Yeah. Right. It was just like when Subway took that, whatever it was that they were like, oh, this is also in yoga mats. And they were like, we took that out of our bread. And it's like, yeah, it shouldn't have been there.
Like, why was it there?
Yeah. Like,
Jared, put down the Xannysauce. Stop distributing.
Yeah. Kids these days. I tell you what. All right. Let's move on from this to other stuff. I got a few things here. Do you have anything else or?
I just got one thing I really fucked up my back earlier this week, but I feel better now.
All right. That's been Tony's back update.
Yeah. It was like, kick your dick in Friday. I hurt my back.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Tuesday rolled around. I'm like, I'm going to do some nice heavy bent over rows.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. And in the middle of my fourth set, my back's like, nope.
Dude, you can't fuck with your back, man.
And I went, all right, I guess I'm done doing that.
Yeah.
And I spent the rest of the week rocking while I'm driving on my lacrosse ball.
Yeah. You can screw around with
I feel better now.
Other stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just me being dumb. I'm like, I feel fine. I should be all right.
Sure.
Nope.
It's funny. I bet if you ask all sorts of physical therapists and doctors, like what phrase they hear from people the most, that's probably the one that leads to the injury. I felt fine, but
yeah, I did. Like Tuesday came around, I was like, I feel all right. I'm gonna go work out, and everything was good. So I was like, yep, bent over road time.
Yeah.
Nope.
Probably didn't help that I hit you in the back with a chair at the same time, but
Yeah. I really need to get into some sort of like yoga type situation. I need to really up my flexibility.
Just start taking some jujitsu or something.
That'd be fun too. Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever. Be fun. You'd end up being like, did you ever see the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's bragging about his karate skills? And then,
no, I don't think
my God. All right. So he's bragging about how great he is at karate, how he's like the best in the class and all this stuff. And they're all like, wow, And he goes, yeah, you should come see whatever. Well, they go to where his karate, actually, I think they might have just dropped by unannounced at his karate, at the dojo. And anyway, when they go in, it's Kramer and a bunch of little kids.
Is he just, please tell me he's just kicking her kid's ass.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And, so it was a, pretty strong episode there.
Well, I am officially adding that to my sick ass watch list.
Yeah, you should, if you can find that one.
'Cause I really should watch the Kramers and the Seinfelds.
Oh, yeah. I just did that not that long ago.
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
All right. So that's, like I said, that's Tony's back update.
Yeah. I feel better now. We're good.
Good. All right.
All's well.
Good.
I mean, it's still like a little stiff, but way better. Earlier this week, I was walking around like I was fucking Herbert that ate it in his driveway.
Yeah.
Before, it was no good.
It was the after Herbert, though.
yeah. It was no good.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I was like, this is making work real fun.
Yeah. Hey, kids, put in that Weekend at Bernie's movie. I want you to see what's going to happen for the next week.
Basically.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
Which would be really odd because Logan is like your height and Leah is much shorter.
Way shorter.
Yeah.
I got a Logan update, too. But I got out of my car, and the first couple steps were like, dee, and then as I move, it loosens up, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's like you sit for a while, and it gets all stiff.
Yeah, it tightens back up. I know, I get you.
So yesterday, I had finally had my birthday dinner. Mm. Birthday dinner with my family, which was nice.
Right. Always nice day out at the Sizzler. Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Get that Golden Corral chocolate fountain, put my dick in it.
Nice. Who doesn't?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, who wants a cannoli?
But, sir, we've already asked you to leave.
So leaving dinner, we crossed into the Michigan border. I took a nice back road. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, Logan, you ready? Chinese fire drill. And he drove us the rest of the way home.
Oh, wow.
It was bizarre.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah.
He did a fine job. Took a couple turns a little wide, maybe. And he was amazed at how much more power his mom's little car had than a school car.
Oh, yeah.
Because, mom's car has got a little 4-cylinder turbocharged engine in it. Hmm. And the school car is a Prius.
Oh, so. Okay, sure. So lots of power. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did good. He did good. It's just very weird to have my son driving.
Listen, like I said, man, that's the goal. We're that much closer to a designated driver when we go drinking.
This is true.
So close. So close.
Man, it's so weird.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I just make sure I'm there the first time. It's like, Logan, Dad, need you to come get him from the bar. I just have to make sure I'm there. Cause, we'll both roll a tear, Yeah,
one tear.
Yeah.
That nice week for me, I'd be hobbling around like a fucking old man when my son's driving. That's great. Start shaking my fist at people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Which you already do. So
just going around in a robe. Junk hanging out.
Oh yeah. You're not closing that robe. So
fucking balls in the gravel.
Ouch. That does not sound pleasant, man. That's why you need, I can't remember what we called it. Remember when you had the thing for, like, the ball rest for or the thing, like, it was like a shelf for your balls or something?
I don't remember what we called it.
Oh, damn it. I don't either. Anyway, moving on, because I can't remember.
God damn it, that's going to bug me. I don't remember what we called that. I do remember it, though.
I feel like it had sack in the title, but I don't remember what. Yeah. Anyway.
Sack rest?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a few things here. Did you know that Castlevania is being made by Netflix? Like, it's an animated version.
Oh, okay.
But they're, like, here, let me pull up this article here. Yeah, there was something on Snapchat the other day that was like, surprising things coming this year from Netflix or something like that. So I went through it and I was like, Castlevania? I was like, I didn't even hear about this. So somehow I just totally missed it. I guess it's gonna, where is it? It comes out this year at some point, but I didn't see an exact date. It's being written by, where'd it go? Warren Ellis.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I follow him on Snapchat.
Okay.
And he's been putting up things about Castlevania, but I didn't realize it was a TV show.
There you go. Yeah, he's writing the show. Which I think is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And they said it's focusing on Castlevania 3. And God, there it is. They said Castlevania's gonna be done in the vein of Game of Thrones, which animated, so not quite, but, it says that means the show will be in Shankar's, which, Adi Shankar is the creator, or the, showrunner. And in his words, it said R-rated as fuck, and the best fucking video game adaptation we've had to date. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I've always loved the whole world of Castlevania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, it says the way, like on the release thing, I guess it says, season 1, part 1. So probably, I think it said like 10 episodes or, 5 to 10 episodes, somewhere in that. And then they'll do, probably do a second part.
Wait, do you know how much time I invested in Castlevania 2?
A lot.
Yeah. Yes.
I invested quite a bit myself. So, probably 1 through 3. After that, I don't know that I played them as much, but 1 through 3, I definitely played a lot. So, this one doesn't deal with, God, what was his name? Simon was the guy from
Simon Belmont?
Yeah, this is his son,
Herbert?
No, it's not Herbert. Herbert. Damn it, where is it? I just saw it.
Is it Shecky?
Yeah, it's Shecky
Belmont.
It's Shecky Belmont, yeah.
I am here to fight vampires.
Oh, there it is. His name's Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I forgot about this. It says it's also the game that introduced Alucard, Dracula's son, which for those who are, quick and witty, that's Dracula backwards.
Ugh. Well, we can't shit on it too much because a good friend of ours, his name is his dad's name backwards.
Oddly enough, Dracula backwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh. Now, anyway, I reading about that a little bit, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. I'm in. I thought it was live action. I was talking with Ashley about it the other day, and I thought it was live action. And I kind of wish it was live action, but animated should be cool too. I just think it'd be really cool,
Dude, the amount of money they have,
yeah,
at the Netflix,
yeah.
All they got, they just have to, buy a couple bags of rice and chuck it into Korea or something, or they got an animated series coming their way.
That's true. It's being done by the same studio that does Adventure Time.
Oh, that's fun.
And there's some people in the comments that are like, if it looks anything like Adventure Time, I'm like, why would they make it look like Adventure Time?
How funny would that be, though?
I'd love it. There's moments in Adventure Time where it gets kind of dark.
Dude, you've played Epic Spell Wars Dual Top Mount Skullfire.
Yeah, I have.
The artwork is kind of in the same vein.
I love it.
It's pretty gory artwork.
Listen, I would watch a cartoon that was done in that animation style. I totally would. I mean, look at all the weird shit that's on Adult Swim over the years.
Yeah,
there's been some terribly animated things that were good over the years, and other things that were, beautifully animated that were also good. So, whatever. But if they're going to shoot for they're shooting for like the 1400s and for like a Game of Thrones kind of feel, it's like, they're probably not going to be, I feel like it's not going to be super cartoony.
It's probably going to be in the vein of like an anime.
Yeah, something a little more right. Yeah, that way. But
yeah, like an Attack on Titan vibe or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But speaking of cartoons coming soon.
Yeah, really.
Marvel this week announced that there's going to be a Deadpool animated series over on FXX.
Really?
Written, I think being written and where is it? Yeah, Donald Glover and his brother will serve as showrunners, writers, and executive producers of the series.
Is his brother Danny?
No.
That'd be pretty cool.
No, his brother is Steven. Or Stefan, I'm not sure. But they actually wrote some of the episodes of Atlanta.
Oh, right on.
And, but anyway, so, Donald Glover is, a multi-talented, individual. So, and FXX makes me happy because that means it's not going to be a kid-friendly one.
Right.
It's going to be, an adult series, which is how Deadpool should be. So I don't see, I was scrolling through here again just to see if there was a, release date for it, but I think they just ordered it. So it's going to be, probably a year or two down the road.
But does FXX worry you? Because what is on FXX besides the League at one time?
Always Sunny's on there. Archer's on there. What else is on there? Yeah, it's, I get FXX, so it's fine for me. But,
right.
I know a lot of people don't. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that though. Cause again, at least it's not on, it's not going to be something, it's not going to be something aimed at, to where they're, although in fairness, they really could mute, Deadpool a little bit and probably still make an amazing cartoon,
Yeah, definitely.
I would just prefer it to where it's just kind of left alone so it can be a little dirty and filthy.
A little balls to the wall.
Yeah, because it's kind of the character,
It definitely is, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It'd be kind of like, Archer. Archer could be funny if they cleaned some of the cussing and whatnot up in it, but why? It's so much better as it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah. Speaking of, I started watching the current season, the Archer Dreamland. Have you watched any of that yet?
No, I have not.
The animation is awesome in it. Like the cars and stuff that they've done, like some of the animation is really good in it. Like they've really kind of stepped it up again. And it's funny, but I don't know if it's as funny. There's some moments that are still like, oh my God, but it doesn't quite feel as funny as in the past, Like a great example is Archer's driving and he's talking to a dog. And then when he goes to get out, he's yelling at the dog because he's like, if I did have a spirit animal, it would be an ocelot. That good throwback to a previous season.
That's a nice throwback, yeah.
Like stuff like that made me laugh because, he was clearly in love with that ocelot.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, yeah. But there was some, and this is on me for totally not realizing this. The guy who did Woodhouse's voice died in 2014.
Really?
Yeah. And I was wondering why, because I don't think Woodhouse
was a slip and fall.
Obviously.
Clearly.
But he wasn't on last season, and they start this season out, like Woodhouse is, dead. So, I was like, okay. I was wondering if they
didn't get a scab Woodhouse.
No. And I'm kind of wondering why it took them so long to approach it, though. What they did was, on the show they had Woodhouse as like a big druggie. So they just built it up that his drug stuff got out of control to where he just like disappeared. And they just kind of left it at that. So, but yeah, it was interesting. So, cause that's kind of what this season is about, is Archer's trying to figure out, what's going on. Like who killed Woodhouse?
Who's going to make Eggs Woodhouse now?
Nobody. That's
Jesus. What a bummer.
Eggs Woodhouse. I forgot about that. So good. Anyway, so let's see. What else I got here? Did you guys finish 13 Reasons?
Not yet.
Okay. This isn't any, there's no real spoilers in this, but, cause there is, but I won't, tell them to you, or spoilers, if you will. But it got picked up for a season 2.
Jeannie showed me the link on like Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Which we didn't finish it, but I was just kind of like, well, that's interesting, because I don't know how that's possible, but I don't know how it ends at the same time.
Right. So. And it's really funny because I'm one of the, I saw people getting really excited about it, and I was like, I don't know that it needs a second season, but, we'll see. So, we'll see.
You're like 13 more reasons. Why?
No. It's a very interesting show. I actually, I sent a message to, Courtney that's on the, I forgot the name of the podcast. Was it Two Shrinks or something like that podcast? Where him and another, they, look at movies and then they analyze them from like a mental health, like a therapy kind of perspective.
Oh, that's fun.
So I was like, hey, are you guys going to talk about this show? And he was like, we've been thinking about it. And he's like, why? I was like, cause I would really like to hear your take on it. And he got back to me a little bit later saying that they had talked it over and it looks like they're planning an episode of that down the road. So when I see that's released, I'll, put that out there for people. Cause I think it'll be perspective.
Demand producer credits.
Of course. Executive producer credits. I don't work for less than executive producer credits. It's the first thing in my contract.
Like, listen up, Two Shrinks. You guys clearly need a Rick Rubin in this situation.
That's right. So, yeah, anyway, so, if people like that, then they're probably excited about it. If they hated the show, then maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so far I
have a lot of thoughts about it, but I'll hold them until you've finished it.
My thoughts on it right now are it's an alright show, but I'm having a hard time getting past the teen drama angle. Because I'm almost 40.
Yeah, see, for me, it took...
I'm in my late 30s.
Some of the stuff in it kind of took me back to junior high and high school, so it was a little easier for me to slip into. Yeah. Some of it, clearly not. Like, I can't sympathize with someone who's, the quarterback of the football team or whatever, because,
right.
That wasn't me. So, yeah.
But, whatever. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So, and then the last thing I have here, before we get into, like, the Q the W's and whatnot, was, and I sent this to you before we started, actually, which was, there's a little, teaser for, Preacher Season 2 up over at comicbook.com, which we
don't have ad block.
Yeah. If you have ad block, you can't look at their site. You have to turn it off.
Jesus. Make sure you turn on all your Flash stuff too, because wow.
Yeah.
Comicbook.com, my browser did not get along real well.
It's really odd they're still using Flash. A lot of places have moved away from it. Anyway, all that aside, I'll drop my pen real quick. And
Excellent
then
work.
They finally showed us, well, let me put it this way. I haven't finished season 1 yet, so I don't know if there's any glimpse of him in the first season, but
there is, Brian.
Is there? Okay. So, but they show the Saint of Killers actually, doing some fun.
Killing?
Yeah, doing some fun killing. And it made me so happy to see that on a screen. So I just wanted to point that out. I hope that character's as badass in the show as he was in the books.
I would sure hope so. I mean, the stuff that I've seen in the show in season 1, he's pretty badass.
Awesome. I can't wait to. I have it on my Hulu queue, but I'm over my data for the month, so.
That'll do it every time.
Yeah, I really don't think I should be, binging a show right now. So I got to wait until like next week before I probably will be able to get into it.
That's why you, take your iPad to the library.
Yeah. That is what I need, is something along those lines.
Get on that Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Don't think I didn't already look around to see if anybody had an open network.
That'll learn them.
It's funny, in the days of data cap, that changes that so much now.
Right.
Because before, like, the data caps and stuff, like if somebody jumped on your network, worst it did generally was like slow you down, Yeah. And that sucks, but I guess technically they could probably, hack your stuff depending on setup, but you know what I'm saying. It's most of the time it was fairly harmless. Now if somebody jumps on your open network, if you don't have an unlimited type of situation, they could run your cable bill or, your internet bill up on you.
This is very true.
Yeah. Just by even if it was just binging Netflix, not doing anything real, evil.
Nefarious.
Yeah. That is actually the word I wanted.
It's a good word.
Yeah. I enjoy it. So. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, Preacher will be coming back here before too much longer.
Well,
June,
I can't wait for one.
Yeah, June 25th is when it comes back.
Nice.
Yeah, I just need to finish the season. I liked it. I just got to finish the season because, we were supposed to talk about it a long time ago.
Whatever, Brian. It is what it is.
Yep. I'm staying on brand, Tony.
Boom.
Yeah. It's all right. That's what I got.
All right. Well, I guess we're moving into QW, right?
Yes.
So, last week on the QW, we would ask, what would you, and then I specified more specifically on our social medias, what would you or your podcast senior prank be? Mm-hmm. Since we have a lot of podcasts that interact with us on various social stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
On the old Facebook, Brian, I have Big Dev. It says, besides actually talking about what we advertise as show content, replace every book on Coy's shelves with copies of Reign of the Superman and X-Men #1. Oh, wait. We've already done that.
Yeah. They could switch it up a little bit, though, and like Spawn #1, because there's like a bajillion copies of that out there to be had.
Right.
Because that's really what it's got to be, is a book that there's a lot of copies of, which is why they picked those two, I'm sure, because...
Like Kickers Incorporated.
Yes. Super Pro. Yeah.
Super Pro. Definitely Super Pro.
Yeah. Well, also, because they just had a bunch of copies there. That's why I know they did that. That was a good move.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then Philip from the beer group and stuff.
Yeah, go check out his podcast if you like baseball and beers over at it's ML Beers on Twitter.
There you go. Shout out to ML Beers.
Mm-hmm.
He says the wife, Jess, says she would block the entryways into the school with random debris. At least she wasn't blocking the exitways and starting fires.
True enough. Fuck.
And he says he would pull the prank of labeling 4 chickens. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Let them search for the 4th.
I like mindfuckery like that. You know, it really is. It would just, somebody would be mad all day trying to find that damn 4th chicken.
Exactly, right?
In fact, I feel like there's there was a video game where I actually did that. Where it was you had to find some animal. It might have been chickens in Fable or something like that. And I could not find one of them.
That's hilarious.
And it drove me crazy. So, yeah, that's...
You could not find the 4th chicken.
I could not. It existed. I just couldn't find it.
Right.
So, you know.
But that's all I got on the Facebook angle.
Yeah. I have nothing.
There was a Matthew McDonough from his new podcast, The Waffle Sunday. He had some.
Did he? Maybe I missed it.
I think Heno had some too. I remember right from the Twitters. I don't know if maybe the hashtag wasn't properly utilized. Maybe
I'm not seeing that. Okay, I'll look here again.
Which Waffle Sunday? If you're not involved with that, it's him and his boy, who I guess his kid's actually the host of the show.
Okay.
And they make waffles and they podcast.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, and on Twitter they're at Waffle Sunday Pod.
I'm always down for a good waffle.
Oh, there we go. Yep, I just didn't scroll down far enough. The way that Twitter organizes stuff's a little weird sometimes now. Heno said, indoor school, fill room at end of hall with ping pong balls 4 foot deep. Outdoor school, stack tires over a flagpole to top.
The old tires on a flagpole trick.
Yep, and you're right. Matthew from the Waffle Sunday account said they'd make pancakes, which...
How devious.
Yeah, that son of a bitch. How dare you, sir?
How dare you indeed.
You want to come over for pancake or waffle breakfast? You come over and it's pancakes. You just flip tables everywhere.
Like they pulled a big serving tray off.
Yeah.
It's just a big stack of pancakes.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I was just going to say, and you react like Farley in that sketch.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll kill you.
God damn. That's such a good sketch. So good.
It really is.
All right. So there we go. That's what we got.
That's what we got.
Yes, sir.
So, for this week's QW, Brian, actually, right before I started recording, I was like, hey, I don't have a QW lined up.
And we both went, uh-ohs. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So I went to Reddit, which is a good... Why is my thing not opening? Jesus. There we go. Sorry. Soundboard is locked up.
Oh, I thought you were referring to like a weird Prince Albert thing. All right.
Yes. Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah. My thing won't open up. That sounds terrifying.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I have to refer to Reddit, and then the user TH3, so it looks like the White Lotus on Ask Reddit, has a terrific question. So much that I'm just stealing blatantly for our show.
You'll do that.
And it says, what do kids do these days that make you go, fucking kids?
How much time we got here? No.
All right. I have one right now immediately.
I got one too. Go ahead though.
Here's what Leah does all the time. And every time she does it, I want to pick her up like Ultimate Warrior above my head and put her through every window in the house. And I've got a lot of windows.
You do have a lot of windows. Wow.
She does say, I'll be like, hey, good job sweeping the floor. And she'll do the dab.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, seriously,
right.
I want to do a King Leonidas Spartan kick.
You know, I gotta say, as much as I don't want you to injure your child, I really want to see that happen, though.
Right?
Hey, Leah, huh? Good evening.
Exactly. As she's dabbing, Spartan kick.
Yeah. Hey, look up for a minute, huh? Boom.
Yeah. You're the good news.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, let me go put my big old heavy winter work boot on.
Yeah, naturally.
You don't have work boots that feel like ankle weights? Let me go put that on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a strong one, Tony. Mine really is one that's bugged me for a long time. And we actually have, some evidence of it on the show too. But, I hate the way that internet speak has become actual speak.
Yep.
It drives me batshit. I hate when people abbreviate unnecessarily. It drives me crazy. That's why if you go back and listen to our old episodes, Tate used to do it, all the time. Well, she does it anyway, but, like she says totes and amaze instead of amazing and totally and,
Right.
And,
BRB, guys.
Yeah.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
It's funny because, like, those don't bug me quite as bad. They still bug me, but the ones that bug me are when people just abbreviate words and it's not an actual abbreviation.
Right.
And as much as I love the podcast Two Dope Queens, it drives me batshit when the woman Phoebe on there, she does it all the time. And it drives me nuts. But I just listen for the rest of the show. So, yeah.
That sounds like it would drive me nuts as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I have people that are way older than me at work, and they're like, LOL.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that is even worse to me.
Yeah.
The kids doing it, I'm like, well, stupid kids these days. We did shit like that where we used words and made up shit that our parents didn't like. And, that's always going to be there. Yeah. But when they start appropriating it, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, when people that are almost like 50 are like, ha, LOL. I seriously want to like take a baby bear cub and shove it in their pants. And then unleash Mama Bear.
Oh, wow.
As baby bear cub's all scared, like, making baby bear cub noises.
Right.
And then Mama Bear just comes in and just fucks them up. And the whole time I'm up on a balcony pointing and just going, LOL. And like firing frisbees with the LOL emoji face on it.
Nice. I like that. I like the, like you're doing that. I've got a t-shirt cannon.
Yeah, definitely.
Hitting. Yeah. I just keep, right as the guy's going or the person's going to run away, I just clip their knee with the t-shirt, just to slow them down just a touch,
Nothing would suck more if Mama Bear just beating you up and Baby Bear just lashed onto your genitals.
Yeah.
Them little baby teeth.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Well, also I'm shooting them with a t-shirt cannon at the same time.
Excellent work.
It's like back when you watch American Gladiators and they were on that one, was it Assault or whatever I think it was called?
Yes.
And like Assault. After one of the gladiators already hit the person in the one with the giant cannon, just nails them a couple times, just for good measure, That's me, The bear's already, it's like, the bear has it under control, and I'm just like, gadoosh in the side with a t-shirt.
Yeah, just come in, dropping elbows and shit.
Yeah. Just working them, it's like, pro wrestling, there'll be two people just stomping on somebody in the mat, and a third one comes in, and it's like, yeah, you really don't need to add anything there.
There's really, we're all out of stomping real estate here, buddy.
Yeah. But hey, whatever,
Whatever. So there you go. So for next week's program, please let us know what the kids are doing these days that makes you go, fucking kids.
Show me what you got.
Oh my God, I have bleeding ears. That's what I got.
Shit,
that was
man.
Super loud.
Yeah. I get a good flip for this would totally be if we knew we had like younger listeners too. Be like, what do older people do that make you go, fucking old people?
Yeah, exactly. That would be good.
Or someone, I guess, in our generation, because we're in the middle, we really could, swing both ways there. I'll tell you what pisses me off that old people do is when they don't use salty bread. No.
That's right. God damn it.
All right. Well, I believe that's all we got, right?
I believe so.
All right. Well, we showed you.
Which is probably a good thing because I am getting super tired.
Fair enough. We showed you what we got. So, send those in. Again, if you do it on Twitter, reply to the post, or if you just send something in, use hashtag Q of the W. That way we can find it.
And also, don't forget, you can submit answers via phone message.
That's true, too.
415-857-2589.
Mm-hmm. Or through any of the social media stuff, too. You know, Tony, well, we generally post it over on the Facebook.
Yeah, usually.
Usually. Sometimes I remember to post it on Twitter. I try. Anyway, as we mentioned earlier, go to saltylanguage.com. All the stuff you want for the show is there. The enthusiasts that we've done, past episodes, links for this episode, the business section,
for sure, the business section.
The business section for sure. Touch up, go do some bad things to that.
Oh, bad things.
Just the naughtiest.
It's like it just gave us some Xannysauce.
Ooh, nice. And
you can take full advantage of it.
Yeah. And while you're there, check out the networks we're part of, such as Tangent Bound Network. We're part of the podcast list for Geek Life Radio. And of course,
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
entertainment.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So go check those out. You may find some podcasts that tickle your fancies. Or fancy, depending on how many fancies you have. I don't know. Not here to
as
judge.
a three fancy man.
Yeah.
I prefer all my fancies to get diddled.
Well, who doesn't, right?
Right?
I mean, it's just the way to do it.
Exactly.
Yep. If you want to reach out to us on Twitter, you can find us at salty_language. I can be found at Stunami.
I can be found at Banani.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us on the old Snapchat, salty_language.
Ninjitsu.
Trial. Boom. And on Instagram, it's Salty Language Pod, I believe. Or is it just Salty Language?
Just Salty
Language Pod on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Just because I couldn't use Salty Language on other platforms. It ruined everything. Ruined. Stupid youngins taking Salty Language over on YouTube.
Exactly. Bastards.
Yeah, that's what should have been my answer. Assholes taking our username on social media platforms.
True.
Right. So with that, I guess, thanks for listening, and have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty, you sons of bitches.
And, make sure you eat plenty of Xannysauce until next week.
So much Xannysauce.
So much Xannysauce.
I feel like I ate Xannysauce right now.
You look like you ate Xannysauce.
Dude, fucking it's a wall, man. The Xanny wall.
Xanny wall.
Zanny wall. Should I be like skating and shit and disco dancing?
I just had the same thought. Yes.
Fucking dropping Quaaludes into people's drinks.
That's pretty weird. Wow, Quaaludes. I haven't heard that since like Dennis Leary's stand up.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm here for the timely references.
Very timely. Straight out of like 92.
Exactly. You kids like Quaaludes and Molly?
Oh shit. All right. Well, we'll see you next week.